Well, hello there, it's Beards and Bangers, and today we're once again at another car meet. We're here at MG Rover Day, incorporating Monogram Sunday, here in the beautiful grounds of Burley House, just outside Stamford in Lincolnshire. So the show is put on by the MG Z register. We've got a lineup of 55 cars to show you. So we'll go around some of them. I'm probably going to get a couple of the colours wrong, so I know a few of you will no doubt put me right on that, and you're very welcome to in the comments below. And if you are watching my videos for the first time, then do please subscribe with hitting the bell notification as well, because it's greatly appreciated and it helps keep the channel growing, which it's doing very nicely. Thank you very much to all of you who already do subscribe. So we've got a real selection. We've got quite a lot of Monogram cars here to look at. We're greeted first of all by the rare V8. So it's a Rover 75 V8, sitting on star spokes in a starlight silver. It's great because we've got, you know, some cars we don't see a lot of here today, and it's a very laid back show, so great car to start off on. TF, always get a few of those, and we've got a BRM. We've got one BRM here today. Don't know the owner of this one, I don't think, but we like one of these, hoping to get mine back on the road fairly soon. A little late MGF there. So this is James Richardson's rather nice pearl black ZTT 190. He's done a fair bit of work to this, and it looks really quite nice now. So quite an immaculately turned out car. Pearl black, when it's clean, looks really good. I think the tint on the rear half of the car looks really good. The apexes look good. Bit of curbage, but the car's used. James drives a long way to these shows, so we don't mind a bit of stuff like that. Very bright trophy yellow MGF. And that's got a lot of yellow inside it as well. And then of course we've got one of Beards and Bangers' favourite cars here. We've got Neil's Metro, very early Metro. Finished in, I don't know if you call it Old English white or Dover white on these, but it's a really clean car. I know Neil cares for this car very greatly. Yeah, really nice seats. It's just, you know, these are very, very loved now. These cars, they were just a almost poverty spec car that you see on every street corner back in the 80s when I was growing up, but now they're very much loved. So onto the main row now of the cars, and we've got Russ's lovely trophy yellow 5-door ZRTD. Now it's got a few tricks up its sleeve, like a lot of the L series power cars. So there's our very versatile L series engine. It's got a Chasley ECU, so this one is putting out 160 brake horsepower. Really clean engine bay. Diesel engine bays are not the easiest to keep clean. This one is immaculate. Got the dark eye strut brace, which I really like. I've actually got one of those to go on one of my cars. Was going to go on the Streetwise, but it's probably now going to go on the Biomorphic. Seat Cupra splitter, which looks good. We've got some little air whistles down here. And if we look inside, it's immaculate. This is such a tidy car. I know it's well looked after. But yeah, lots of yellow detailing. I love that gear gaiter, that's very nice. And then we've got the yellow Monaco seats, a bit of yellow trim around the clock and the instruments, and that's just really clean. Nice side skirts. So it's a Chasley ECU, as I think I said a moment ago, same as I've got in Penny. But what an absolutely lovely specimen. And a very nice, I just noticed, a very nice little trick on the exhaust there. So they've got the standard, looks like the standard back box, but you've got a chrome tip, which is a bit cut out to obviously allow the gases to flow downwards. What a lovely car. Thank you for showing me, Russ. Another TF, is it? An LE 500, I think, looking at those dials. So this is the later Nanjing made car. So they were made at Longbridge, but that was under the ownership of the Nanjing Motor Corporation. So ever so slightly different inside. Engine's ever so slightly different. It's the N series engine, so it's like a uprated version of the K series. Although I think the K series is a brilliant engine. And we've got another little lineup of TFs and 1F here. So we've got trophy blue. That paint's very nicely kept. That's got lovely depth of colour in there. And then we've got a monogram. Now, I called this Moonstone earlier by mistake. I thought Moonshine was the name of poutine or hooch that you make in your bathroom, but this is Monogram Moonshine. It's in this low light. It's it almost looks silver. When the sun comes out, it's got almost a pink tinge to it. I mean, it's one of these flips that's very, very clever, and it looks very nice with its kind of cream leather interior. BRGF. It's not just monogram cars here. We've got non-monograms as well. So this is a BRG F, and then we've got this lovely Firefrost ZR160 3-door. It's clearly used, which is what I like to see. We want these cars to be used. They're not museum pieces. Well, not yet anyway. 75 V6 Tourer, quite a late one on a 55 plate. That looks like it's used as well, which is good. I think we've got the one SD one here today. It's a 3500, not quite sure if it's a Vitesse, could well be a carburetted version, but that's very attractive. And then we've got a ZT, I think it's pearl black. I don't know what model it is though. Could be a V8. It's got MG7 rear lights. Duplex exhaust doesn't always mean it's a V8, but it's highly likely that it is. It is, we can look inside. So we've got V8 where we should have the cold air switch. Another TF X-Power grey this time. We've got another Metro. We've got, and this is actually a Metro. It's not a Rover 100. So mid-80s. It's a 5-door. So just shows how versatile these cars were, that you could make a 5-door version. And that's a 1.3. So I've got 1275 A+ engine in it. Very nice, chaps, very nice.
Cheers.
Then another 75 Tourer. It's an MGRA car. I'm not sure if I know the owner of this one. This one's got a bit of patina, but that's a good thing. Again, these cars are loved and used, which for me is really important. Here's Rob's Trophy Yellow ZR160, which I think he's in the process of recommissioning. Now, this car, I didn't really look at this last week at Gaydon because it was surrounded by people, and I'm really not surprised, because Matt Lynch's ZT260 is possibly one of the cleanest Zs I've ever seen. Certainly the cleanest V8 I've seen. This car is pampered to within an inch of its life, and it really shows. I mean, that engine bay is just so well presented. The wheels, spotless, well looked after. The paint is just, it's just singing to me. British racing green is a colour that can be quite difficult to live with if you don't keep on top of it. It's a Mark 1, so of course it's got the big hoop spoiler, but isn't that just a really lovely, clean car? Really, really nice. But I know Matt's a man of very good taste, so I'm not surprised he presents his car to us like that. We've got a Z. Now, I was talking to the owner. Oh, he's standing behind me. I was talking to the owner of this car. So this is a car that's been passed down through a family. It's a ZS 120. It's having some serious work done. Looks, we've got a rear strut brace in there, no back seat, so that's going to be nice and light. And these cars handle very, very well. But yeah, trophy blue, and it's got the 120 engine, so you haven't got the power of the 180, but what you have got with these cars is power throughout the rev range. It's the normal 1.8 K series is a seriously good bit of kit. It's one that I've got to experience myself at some point, but that's a really nice car, and it's got a nice story behind it. I think we just start like silver here. I'm not missing a monogram colour, I don't think. Lights change. It was very sunny when we first came here today, but it's clouded over a little bit. Yeah, but that's a very clean, very, very, very late registered ZR. And then we've got the Dorchester, Jake's Dorchester 75. So an early Cowley built 75. It's a 2.5 V6, and this Dorchester red is just to die for. I mean, that is such a nice looking car, and of course, being a Cowley built car, it's you know, it's got all those little touches that were missing from especially the very late ones, where Rover really had slimmed down the kind of luxurious elements on these cars. But just look at that 5-button dash. It's the one we all want. Sort of aubergine coloured seats, absolutely, or Dorchester coloured seats, I guess you call them. But yeah, it's absolutely stunning. What a lovely car. We've got some more star spokes here. So we've got another very late 75, again in BRG. I don't know if this is anything, what the model is here. I have to check the rev counter. It's a diesel, so CDT or CDTI. Again, that's another BRG car with very, very nice looking paint indeed. So I'm glad the owners of this car are sitting near it, because I suddenly had a mental aberration and forgot the name of the colour. So this is Atlantic blue. So we've got some rare colours here today, but this is a non-monogram colour, but it's a very rare non-monogram colour. So it's 75 CDT. Again, very, very, it's cloth seats, but they're very comfy, those seats actually. But it's a very early, again, a very early 75, very early diesel as well. So this would have been built at Cowley. And this Atlantic blue is a very rare colour. I don't think I'm sure I've seen this particular car before, but I don't think I've seen another car in this colour. This one's a bit special. So it's Souls of Olney. So that was an MG Rover dealer up in Milton Keynes. We've got sort of black over Wedgwood with a bit of a bonnet protector there. Black above the trim line, and then Wedgwood underneath it. So a rather interesting carbon fibre effect wrap on the roof, and it's got the BMW 3 Series shark fin there. So it's obviously packing some kind of sat nav or digital radio. And we've got another very nice, I think this is just pearl black. I think this is Andy's 190, very well looked after car, and it is for sale. I shall show you the details in case you're interested, because it is a very nice car. And it's yeah, you can actually see inside, it's pretty special inside. There we are. So that's, yeah, nice to see this one. I don't think I've seen this one in the flesh before. I know about the car, but can't say I've seen it. We've got a couple of biomorphics here. So both Mark 1 ZR 160s. Obviously the one on the right is mine, and the one on the left is Anthony's. Now they're quite different in appearance. So obviously Anthony's, he's owned it since day one, so, and he's really looked after it. It's had bodywork. It's, you know, 21-year-old car, so they're going to have, but it's really well presented. Only 17 ZR16s are made in this colour, so they're fairly rare. I think it's about 60 or 70 made in total, ZRs. But yeah, because you can see what. So this is what I aspire mine to look like, basically. So hopefully this time next year, Halo on the right will look like Anthony's on the left. So we've got a pair of very special ZTs here now. So we've got this dark Fantasy 180. So of course that's the KV6 powered car with the automatic gearbox. And that's an SE model. So it's got electric leather seats, sunroof, Apex wheels, all the bells and whistles. But isn't that a lovely colour? It's almost, it's depending how you look at the car, it's a slightly different colour depending on the brightness of the day. It's not really a massive flip in it, but it's a very attractive colour. It's almost like a very fresh aubergine.
This one is actually chromatic as opposed to full monogram, which is the difference in whether you get the full flip, like you get a bittersweet or a shot.
Yes, yeah. Wonderful, very very nice car, very nice colour. So it's, yeah, dark fantasy, one we kind of dribble over a little bit.
They only did 7.
7 made, yeah. And this gentleman's actually got a list of all the numbers of.
That's me.
Yes. I know. I've given you my email, haven't I? So this is a Gulfstream. Not quite sure what model it is. It's a bit hard to tell. I suspect it's a.
190.
It's a 190. It's a 190. So a 190. So we got 2 V6 in very rare colours. So Gulfstream and Dark Fantasy. And that paint is superb, actually. Those lights here. It's got xenon headlights. BX registration. So that's probably a staff or a director's car. Amazing Dan Hooper hasn't actually owned it himself at some point. Yeah, that's beautiful. And then we've got a Typhoon V8. This one's a retro sports car, so it's going to have something naughty under the bonnet, I would have thought. Lovely oval exhausts on the back, and of course apex wheels. Beautiful, really beautiful. Celestial TF, and that's got some lovely blue seats in it. And then we've got another, I think this is another Typhoon ZTT this time on hairpins. We have got some information. I think it's a 160, and that again, the quality of the paint, the way that's been looked after is quite something. It's an auto. Yeah, that's beautiful. That's standing here. The rear looks different colour to the front, so it looks kind of a, I don't know, a French blue maybe in this light, but at the back it's a much more sort of more greeny colour. So yeah, really interesting the way these flips work. It's great. And then we've got a bittersweet ZT V8 260. So that's a good looking thing. And again, this one, you know, you move it around in the light, and they just change their appearance so much. They're really, really, really nice. And even in low light conditions where you might, oh, it's so gloomy today, these cars just pop. And it's amazing what the different light conditions can do. This is Jack's Moonshine ZRTD. So this is a diesel one. This is again very well looked after. We've got BRM interior. And again, it's a very, you know, very subtle flip colour, but it's, yeah, very, 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 very attractive. Got another ZR160 here. Colour is, the colour's eluding me slightly. I want to say it's pearl black, but it's got there's something in there. So maybe it's black olive. Oh no, we've got it written on the side. That'll help us. No, it's Nightshade. Yes, we have seen this before at Gaydon. Not Gaydon, Great British Car Journey. So that's a Nightshade ZR160. We've got Jason's Black Olive. We know this car. It's a very naughty car. Sounds naughty. He's just got it here today. So it was very touch and go whether Jason would be here today. He was sort of getting the clutch fixed last night. He got it off axle stands at 9:30 last evening. So he's done very well. Yeah, and I know he's going to take this car off the road at the end of the show season and do major overhaul during the autumn. I'm going to go and talk to him because he's grinning at me. I love that Jace. He's got a little Grogu just almost peeping out of that swage line in the bonnet, and I really like that. But we will do a review on this car very soon, so I'm actually quite excited to drive it and kick its head in. That's what I'm going to do to it. This is Dave. We've seen this car before. This is Dave's supercharged 260 in Celestial. I never noticed actually on his car. He's got some little vents in the bonnet which really work well. But this car wants for nothing. It's another one of these very well looked after cars. Dave's just shut the bonnet for me. What he's actually done with the little air vents, he had problems with evaporation when the cars were filled up after it been running. And he's put these little air vents in, but if you notice, the shape is a nod to the MG Octagon, which I think is very clever. But this is a very nice looking car. Now, the one next to it, I've got to try and remember the colour of this. Is this Gulfstream? Oh, I get so confused with this. Is it Gulfstream? Nocturne. I should know that because I've driven a Nocturne car, but it looked completely different to this because it was probably different light conditions. But yeah.
75 V8 in that colour.
So 75 V8s are rare beasts, but then they're even rarer because it's the only one in Nocturne. This one again is immaculate, so the quality of the cars on display here today is second to none. Got Vortex, the very rare, very sought after Vortex wheels that have been treated to some Nocturne paint as well, which is just, you've almost got a diamond cut outer face, then with some Nocturne filler. Got 75, we've got beautiful leather interior. Very, very, very well presented car. This is, I mean, this is a rare, very rare thing. So you don't see many 75 V8s full stop, but to see one in this colour is a real treat.
16 of these, mate.
16.
10 in that spec.
Yeah.
Only 7 at right-hand drive. So you're getting down to rare numbers.
Yeah.
Only 25,000 on the clock.
Yeah. This one's done 25,000. I don't know if you pick the microphone, pick that up, but 25,000 miles, only 16 made, of which only 7 were right-hand drive. So most of them,
No, only 7 of this specification.
7 of the specification. So very rare thing.
It's the connoisseur spec.
Connoisseur, yeah.
The other 3 were standard.
Yeah, so very, very beautiful thing. We've got a vintage Rover here. We've got, well, not vintage, a classic. We've got a P4. Not quite sure which, as a 100, so that's got the 6-cylinder engine when Rover had such a thing as a straight 6 engine. See you soon. Yeah, just saying goodbye to Jack. So Jack's come down from Glasgow to be with us today, which is really nice. MG3, probably my favourite of the modern MGs. We know this car, I don't need to introduce it. It's Chris Taylor's special Lack Appeal edition, biomorphic. We've got another Monogram ZTT here. And this is Typhoon this time. Apex alloys, very nice looking thing. Then we've got another biomorphic. We've got 4 biomorphic cars here today. And this one's got, oh, look at those green Alcantaras, they're just beautiful. I like those a lot. So I suspect that's a 1.8 turbo is. Next to it we've got a Shot Silk TF, and that really works. Just look at the interior in that. That is very nice. And we've got another V8. So we're doing well for 260s today. And then we've got Dan's Typhoon ZTT 180, so the automatic. Then we've got a pair of Shot Silks, so ZTT. Not quite sure what this one is. Let's have a look at the. It's a diesel, so it's, yeah, so two diesels. So ZTT, so obviously the Tourer, and then we've got Anthony's ZTC DTI. So that's also got the 2-litre diesel in it. Just one of 2 of this particular car. Lagoon's an interesting car, so it's quite rare. Mark 1. I don't know this car. I know there's a chap called Ross, sort of Stourbridgey area, has got one that he's doing up. But I've not seen another one. This is the first time I've seen a second one. So yeah, really nice to see one of these. Another Celestial. This is Andy's Celestial 1.8 Turbo ZT, and that can be bought. And I think there's a video on Project Nigel of this car. So 3750. And that's located up in sort of Halifax, Hebden Bridge area. Up in sort of Yorkshire, Lancashire border, neck of the woods. Very nice looking car. This is Chris's Mirage ZTT. It's been repainted. It's a very good looking thing. And I think this is possibly, after Orange Grove, Biomorphic and Sunspot, this is probably my favourite sort of blue Monogram colour. It's one that's really stands out. We've got another Mirage next to it. And I know this has been repainted, but they're actually quite different. So I know there is Mirage 1 and Mirage 2. So which one's which? One. Chris has helped me out, thank you. That's Mirage 1, that's Mirage 2. So you can see the very subtle difference. But they're both gorgeous colours, absolutely love them. And we're nearly at the end. We've got this car's got a bit of a story. So it's a ZR. It's carrying an L series engine, but it actually started out as a 1.4. I like the addendums. It's in. I shouldn't say it's my favourite Monogram colour, because I should say biomorphic is, but I do like Sunspot. It's a really nice colour. It's got a very subtle flip in it. But yeah, this car's very interesting to me. This is Gonzalo's Le Mans Green ZS 180, which looks very different to when I first saw it, because it was in a bit of a sorry state, this car. But I know between Gonzalo and Dan, they're gradually bringing it back to life, and it's got some decent wheels on it now, and some of the bits that were on it weren't. Some stickers where there shouldn't be stickers, and all the usual kind of thing that people get wrong sometimes. And then finally we've got another Firefrost ZR3. They're just such good looking cars in 3-door. And this is red's a bit of a nightmare colour with MG Rover products, but this looks This looks very good, I have to say. Not quite sure what model it is. I suspect it's a 1.4. Yeah, it will be with that rev counter, I think. So there we are. There's our lineup of 55 wonderful cars. Isn't it lovely? This is a real nice catch up, because I'm seeing a lot of friends here today and meeting people for the first time. Once again, as always, a massive well done to the ZEV Register for putting these things together. They do work hard to bring us these events. Thank you guys for watching. If you've liked the video, hit the like button. If you've got something to say because I've got something wrong, or you want to tell me how wonderful I am, then please do drop a comment down below. It's greatly appreciated. But for now, thank you for watching, and I'll see you again very soon on the next episode of Beards and Bangers. Goodbye.